All right, so yeah, feeling really called to talk about this new moon in Pisces that has just passed about 2 or 3 days ago, depending on where you are. So we're still in the orb of the new moon, and there's still time for us to do ritual and work with the energies of the moon. It's still pretty potent about 3 days afterwards. So last week we've come down, the moon has waned, and we had the darkest point where the moon was dark, and then it's starting a new cycle. So when it starts its new cycle, that's when we want to do our rituals for what we want to make, what we want to manifest, what we want to design. And when we're talking about Piscean energy, it is super dreamy. I personally love Pisces energy. It's one of my favorites. I'm a Sagittarius sun. I don't have any like really strong placements in Pisces in my natal chart, but I just love the energy. It's very expansive in a dreamy way. It's very visionary, and it's also rules the subconscious and the spiritual. So it's all the stuff that we can't really see, but it's very energetic, mystical, and magical. And obviously I love that shit. So this last few days has really not been the time to construct things, to make plans, to think logically. Particularly in my life and in my circle, I found a lot of people, especially female-bodied people, women, showing up and saying, hey, this is how I feel. Like, I'm feeling a lot, and this is what I'm feeling. And noticing a lot of our brothers, a lot of men, or a lot of other people in general, unable to really understand and hold, like, those feelings. Like, what do you mean, like, you feel this? Because this logically, like rationally, like, practically, this is the truth. And this has been a big sort of polarity that I'm seeing. We're being pulled into like our feelings, and as female-bodied people or women in general, we hold more of a feminine energy, and we can naturally tap into our feelings a lot easier. We're quite natural to us, but in general, as a whole, humanity has been led away from feeling, being in the body, definitely led away from spirit and intuition. So that's a lot of what I've been, feeling over, Pisces season we've been in for the last couple of weeks. So we're getting a big hit of this dreamy energy. Pisces is asking us, like, where in your life do you make space to dream? Where in your life do you make space to visualize what you want? Where in your life do you make space to feel, to connect to spirit? That's the biggest thing that's been coming through. Where do you connect to spirit? Where is your altar? Where is your church? Where is your prayer time? Spirit is like, hey, we're ready to listen to you, to work with you, to help you create your dreams, but you need to make time to say, hey, spirit, like, this is the time we're going to hang out together, and I'm going to connect to you, and this is what I need. This is what I want. This is my vision. What I've got going on here, I've got 2 of my the Secret Language of Light deck, and I'm going to invite you to select one, and at the end of this reading we'll check in and I'll read both, and that one will be for you. So this is a nice clear quartz crystal. This is a beautiful angel hair quartz. So just choose which card you feel like intuitively connected to, and that'll be a bit more of a personal reading for you for this time around this new moon. All right, so the first 2 cards that jumped out, we've got the 9 of Wands. This card's really full on. So this is like, a lot of us have been fighting this energy. For me, like, Wands is like that, it's fire, and that's Aries. That's what's coming. Our next sort of season, the first of the zodiacs, is Aries, and it's very fiery and very creative. And this guy, he's like, you know, at the end, towards the end of creating what he really wants to create. But he's sort of like, he's been struggling and he's at war and he's like very exhausted, and he's, you know, he's a bit battered and a bit damaged, and he's still fighting, you know. And this is like, it's telling me that there's a lot of us out there that are really fighting this energy, and we're wanting to do and push through and bring that fire, and resisting. Yeah, this is the word, that resisting that relaxation, resisting the creative. This is another word that I haven't actually used yet. Pisces is super creative. Water is all super creative. Whereas fire is more, it's creative also, but it's more like that initiation, manifestation, getting things done, making things happen. So we can get a little bit confused, I think, sometimes with water creation and fire creation. So this is time, like, the fire always comes after the water. The water is the dreaming, the gently listening and pulling things down from the ether and then beginning to play with it here. And then the fire comes afterwards, like, let's put it out into the world. Let's get it in. Let's get it out there. Let's do it. So there's definitely some resistance coming up for a lot of us. You know, we've got the Seven of Cups here, and that's reminding me of like the shadow part of Piscean energy. Piscean energy, when we're sort of, so shadow means that we're not working with it as best as we could, and it's like how these energies can play out when we are unconscious to them. So, you know, this is very dreamy energy. This Seven of Cups is very Piscean energy. So here, you know, she's like the ultimate dreamer, and sometimes we can get a little bit caught up in illusion. So we want to dream and we want to like fantasize, we want to desire, but there's a very fine line between like fantasy and illusion and creating something in our minds that just does not exist. So this person is like really dreaming into these imaginary cups, and she's like, which one am I going to pick, you know? But this one right here is real, and it's full, and it's available. So, you know, 7 also speaks about like it's a stage of a cycle where we're creating it. So some people out there, some of you are really getting caught up in what's not working, what's not here yet, what's taking up too much of your energy, where's your creative energy going, like maybe somewhere that's not fulfilling you, like someone's not appreciating you, and yeah, that feeling of like yeah, like, no, not working. And when I look at these two together, you know, they're kind of like facing each other and facing each other off. It's like, so there's, you know, a lot going on here of like a resistance, fighting, pushing, not surrendering into the dream, and this like overindulging in the dream. Piscean energy can also be, you know, drugs, alcohol, something to escapism, like, it's too much to feel, I'm just going to go and dream in this way that I'm getting out of my body, and I'm not like actually dealing with or working with anything that's real. So what's real, and how can I relax into it? What else is here? Yeah, this is 6 of Cups. That's that nostalgic energy I was looking at, I was talking about and feeling into. You know, this is something that's really nice to do, have conversations with people about, you know, things that happened in the past, but really positive things. So because we can bring those we can use the past experiences, especially relational experiences, relationships between yourself and other people. We can bring those moments into the now in a really positive way, and also into the future. So remember when we held each other like that, and we looked into each other's eyes and we shared that deep thing. That's something that I want to continue with you, you know, those sort of conversations. yeah, and the King of Pentacles, he just popped up here as well. So King of Pentacles, you know, this is very earth energy, super grounded. And yeah, I like that he's kind of popped up here. I think that a lot of us are trying to really achieve and make things happen. And this energy is like very balancing. The King of Pentacles, he knows how to build things. He knows how to feel secure in your home. And yeah, I feel like he is here. Yeah, like a really grounding energy, and kind of balances everything else out. You know, some people might be working with someone who is really good to like bring them down. Like I've always got Taurians around me, some Capricorns. You know, you also might be working with someone who is a Virgo as well. But this very like, you know, it's that fatherly, I've got you, you're safe, divine masculine energy, but very grounded. So let's just pick one more here. Awesome. Okay, that makes sense. So we've got the Lady here as well. And she's our first major arcana card. That's really nice. I actually had a dream last night of a pregnant woman and a beautiful river. So this is reminding me of the dream of fertility and new life. She also represents rebirth. So what are we creating? You know, what is not serving us? What's not real? What are we getting? Like, we're getting caught in things that aren't real. We need to cut that illusion and focus on what's real, what's here, and what we're creating. Also remembering that our dreams are real. Our dreams will also show us what's possible. So it's like we want to create and be open to these possibilities, but also be able to use our discernment to know like what is an illusion and what dreams can we like stop and cut off and be like, no, I'm not dreaming into that negative reality. Melting down into resistance. Like, you're not fighting with spirit. The universe is working with you. The universe is not working against you. Your wishes and dreams are coming true. All you need to do is fucking let go of the fight and surrender and say, Spirit, I'm here. I'm going to carve out this time for you. We're going to work together. Six of Cups, looking at your past, everything that's come to you in your life has come to you through other people. Other people support you. Remember that. So looking back at the past, remembering that you live a beautiful, fruitful life, and bringing that and those emotions and those feelings into the now so you can continue feeling that way. Good about yourself, good about other people. You know, we've really got like mum and dad here. So King of Pentacles, knowing that you are completely supported, completely protected. The earth is holding you. You're able to dream and bring those dreams into reality. And the Lady, what kind of life do you want to live? This is total abundance. Making, you know, rituals around living in total abundance. What does that look like? What does that feel like? You know, she's got wheat and fruit and flowers, and she's on a throne on the earth. She's pregnant. She's giving birth to something new. So what do we start with a new astrological year? What are we starting? What new creative endeavors are we starting? What are we giving birth to? What kind of abundance do we need to call in and ask Spirit for? Hey, Spirit, I'm working on this project, but I need to be supported in this way. I need to be supported in this. Tell me what I need to do so I can show up, so I can achieve what I want to achieve, so I can share more with my community. All right, Aries season is coming up. We're closing out an astrological calendar, so really thinking about what that means for you to close out, like what happened this time last year. We're ending something, starting a new cycle. We'll be able to do more, but for now, settle in the dream, let yourself relax, be dreamy, meditate, manifest, create things, play.